everyone, I just wanted to come in and share some of the updates that are happening. As you know, the challenge starts next week, Monday. So if you know anyone who is really interested in finding their flow as a Christian coach. So I don't know if you've noticed, by the time you watch this video, you probably will have seen it before you watch this video. I updated the group description and also the group cover photo. So here's the thing. I was hiding part of myself, and that's what I teach my clients who come to me. It's like we dive deep, we go into everything that makes them unique, everything that like just all the juiciness that makes them who they are, or makes her who she is. And I realized I wasn't doing that as a part of my business. And so if you don't know who Linda is, Linda Eno she's a content creation strategist, and she has a membership group. This past Saturday, we had an implementation day. It's where we all kind of get on. We work in Pomodoro sprint style. We bring our one thing or whatever what we're working on, and then we work on it. And everybody needs help and sisterhood, and especially if you are ENFP, that extrovertedness really thrives on connection and responding to what other people have, like the input and stuff. And it's really great to get that good back and forth going. And that's what happened for me on Saturday. So I said, I'm creating content and I'm like having writer's block. And as we're talking it out with some of the sisters, Leslie is here in this group. She also is a productivity coach. So we're just kind of jamming back and forth about things. And I said, the part that really hurts my heart is I don't really talk about my relationship with God. I don't talk about how big He is in my business. I mean, like, on my desk is like my Bible and my journal are like here on my desk, and it's even closer than my reference books. My reference books are up there on the shelf, and my Bible is here in reaching distance in case when I need encouragement. Like, let's face it, right? The entrepreneurial journey is one that requires encouragement, and that's what I hope to bring to this group. Like, we're all entrepreneurs, and most of us are coaches or consultants. I do say, if you look at the group header, it says Christ-centered coaches, but I consider, so like Megan, you're in here, you do brand photography. Yes, you're a photographer, so technically you'd be in the consultant category. But because of the way that you work with your clients, like when you have your consultations, it's not just static. I don't know how to explain without giving too much away, but the way that you work with people, it's really more of a coaching business that, I consider that like a coaching thing, because you really coach them through how to create better photos, how to take great pictures, and what they should wear. And you set up like a whole profile. It's not that they you tell them what day to meet you, you show up on scene and you just take random photos. It's like, no, you go through this whole process with them. So I consider you to be more of a coach versus a consultant. Does that make sense? And even for Linda, right, her business is content creation strategy, but she coaches us in the membership to really you break through any of our challenges that we're stuck in. So you don't technically have to have the title of coach, because I consider myself a coach consultant. I have 2 coaching certifications. I don't technically have a project management certification, but I've been doing it in corporate I did it in corporate for about 15 years or so, and I've been doing it outside for like another 5 years. So want you to know. Um, let's see what else. So that's all the updates for today, and I just want to let you know that the type of content you will be seeing here will change. I will be sharing like if something gives me like a good hit of encouragement, that might be a pastor, might be a preacher with a good word, like I shared Sean Bolts in here this morning for your Monday morning motivation. That's just how I want to kick it in this group. And no offense, if you love Jesus, great. If you don't love him, or you don't really associate yourself with like a Christ-centered business, I mean, like, you're welcome to stay. But if hearing about, you know, church and Jesus and all of that doesn't resonate with you, I you know, I want you to be happy. So whether you stay, whether you go, just letting you know that there's really no hard feelings. So, yeah, so that's it. Just letting you know that, right, this the title of the group has changed, Systems That Serve rather than Systems That Sell. And as I was working more on who God wanted me to serve, I had a real come to Jesus moment this weekend, and it let's just, well, I mean, I've always been totally transparent with you guys here in this group. What happened was there were just things that were kind of not happening, and I was like kind of in a slump, and I was like, God, like, why am I in a slump? Why are things not running like clockwork the way that I want them to? Because I know that this is your direction for me, and this is where you have me. And what ended up happening was when I really come to Jesus moment, it was a really come to Jesus moment. Jesus came to me, or God came to me, and we sat and we talked, and not literally, but he was talking to me in my brain, and I was just like I didn't have an open vision at all, but just internally we're having this dialogue, right? And he's like, Kylie, what if I told you today to give it all up? Start from scratch. And I was like, huh? What do you mean? What does that really mean? And he's like, no, I'm serious. If I were to tell you to give up, and like, just whatever you're building, trying to build, all of that stuff, your whole business structure, even if I told you to change the name of your business, are you in? And I was like, you know, I'm at the point in my life and in my walk with the Lord that it means more to me to be in obedience with him, walking in obedience with him, than to just kind of keep bulldozing and pushing through. And that's, you know, honestly, that is why I am creating this group, this challenge, you know, the 5-day challenge. He also had me change the name of that. It's Flow into Freedom. And I know I've been talking about find your fierce feminine flow, and as much as I am a fierce woman of God, I realized that that language would attract, it would have attracted a different crowd than God intended for me to attract. And because this group is really about creating, like it says, sanity-saving systems for Christ-centered coaches, and having your coaching business align with the, you know, everything that God has for you, whether it's being a wife, a mother, a daughter, even a business owner, you know, all of that. It's really, how do we keep God and Christ at the center of our businesses, and not, and I'm guilty for that. Some days are good, some days are not good, and it's all about how do we as Christian, Christ-centered coaches really exude the love of Jesus Christ into our clients, into everything that we do, and so that's where the name Aloha Unveiled comes from. If you go to my website, it's alohaunveiled.com. Right now, it's under construction. My VA Neil, he's helping me rebuild that because my brand is shifting. I mean, this group has shifted. My messaging has shifted, and with each shift, it's not that it's anything that's earth shattering, but with each shift, it's all about making that tiny course correction that will keep me on the path that God wants me to have. And I hope that makes sense. And so I know there are some of you who may be struggling with finding your identity, your brand identity. You are multi-passionate entrepreneurs. You've tried coaching, consulting, network marketing. I mean, I can raise my hand for all of those. And right now you're at the point in your life where, I talked about on Wednesday, these are the end times, right, that we're living in, and it's really up to us to dial in to the voice of God, hear what he's saying, because Revelation says, right, in the end, old men will have visions, and young men will dream dreams, or vice versa. There's some verses I know like the back of my hand, and there's some that I'm like, I don't really know it, but the essence of it is there. In these end times, right, we're going to be seeing things more clearly. There's going to be more division. There's going to be like a reconsecration that's happening, and also like in the air, and a lot of like online prophets have confirmed it, that this is a season of acceleration. It is a season of poop or get off the pot, and we really need to know who we are in Christ and who we are in the world and what we want to do with our businesses. And the funny bad part is I can see so clearly for others that it sometimes scares them when I deliver the message. Like, say I hop on a strategy call with someone, God talks to me, or he may not give me a download for that person specifically, and honestly a lot of it happens like on just random connection calls. I allow myself, I say, God, if you have a word, if you need to say anything to this person, like, let me know, and I'll deliver the message. And so all of that to say, the messages that you'll be hearing in this group will be more spirit-led. Lives will be, of course, we have the challenge next week, so that's plan and schedule and all of that. And then you will be hearing messages that I get in my spirit that I need to share and things like that, because I truly believe that this this season that we're in right now, I mean, yes, it's COVID, but it's like COVID was the catalyst for change. And it, like, right before COVID hit, we were kind of just cranking along, we're complacent, like everything just moving in that like whatever direction. And then once COVID hit, it's like screeching halt. It's kind of like you got into a car accident and you're going 50 miles an hour just cruising along, or maybe 70 if you're driving here in California, but you're cruising at 50 miles an hour, and then you slam straight into a wall, and it's like, whoa. And then there are some people who were able to pivot. So like, imagine you're driving a car, right? and then you see something, you swerve so you avoid hitting that thing that was in the middle of the road. But still, my husband and I watch a lot of Formula One racing, so even if you do swerve or whatever, there's still a consequence, because you had momentum going in this direction. When you turn, that momentum, right, especially if you study physics, that momentum, when you do turn, you still have energy being it's just energy that's going this direction is now diverted this direction. Yes, you have the opposing forces and whatever, sines and cosines or whatever, but I'm not a math geek. I really am not. But you know what I'm saying? That pivot still had like a neck-jerk reaction, and people are still recovering from that season. So because I've been in an industry where I've had to make split-second decisions, and I'm not saying this to brag. It was really scary at the time. It's a lot of anxiety-inducing decisions that I had to make at the drop of a hat as the leader. And there were decisions that I had to make that were do or die, or like they both had really severe consequences, and you just had to you had to choose. Like, do I save what is the path of least resistance that will have the least amount of impact on the environment and the people? So pivoting on a dime is something that I'm like used to doing, and I realize not a lot of people are well with that, and it's okay. So if you're not okay with the move that we're moving into, it's fine. Just wanted to let you know why things have changed, why the updates have been made, and just on the inside, I'm so thrilled if you stay, because I have so many good words to share that I've been like holding on to in my little journal book that I journal in. And like in the morning, sometimes I'll just sit here and I'll write. Like I'll just write. This is not my journal. These are my notes. I'm a pencil note taker. I love paper. If you love paper, type paper. But it's like I write on paper. It flows from here to here. I feel it, like it goes through my body, and then it comes out in words, and from there I can type it onto a screen. I don't know if you have that same problem. And also I write out my workflow, like say email sequences and stuff. I write them all out on paper first, and I draw the pictures. I'm like, okay, here. I even like use a clock icon. I draw it myself. For email funnels and sequences and things, even websites and web pages, I draw them out on paper. That's just how my brain works. So, all of that to say, thank you guys for sticking around. If you are sticking around, and I can't wait to share more of me with you, and because I want the same for you. I want you to step into the call of God on your life. I want you to go all in on your God-given mission and purpose. And I know for the majority of you who are in the group now at these early stages, you do have a mission. Like, in your heart of hearts that you have a mission, and that you are driving towards a goal, and it's not a monetary goal. Yes, the money is great, and that's why I switched from systems that sell to systems that serve. Which I should have talked about this in the beginning, but I kind of went rogue. No notes today. Systems that serve. It's not just systems that help you to serve as a service-based entrepreneur, but it's actually systems that serve you as a person, systems that help you serve your family better. We'll be doing a lot of that in the challenge. How to create systems that serve you, your clients, your family, and then anybody else that God has called you to, whether that's a mission field. Like outside of your business, like church, volunteer work, anything like that, anything that's like a heart-centered project. That's what this group is going to be about, systems that serve and not sell, because I'm like, you know, money and selling, I know that's not where my heart was, and I didn't think the people who are my friends are attracted to me are all about money either, right? Most of my friends would do what they're doing to serve rather than to make money. Like, it's a passion project that they would do regardless. So that is all I have for today. This is your, like, thank you for staying video. Hope to see you guys later. And again, we are talking about systems, workflows, but it's not just systems for your business, but it's pretty much systems for life. And how you can take, I don't know, you just create a rinse and repeat system that you can apply in your business, in your life, because let's face it, as women, wife, mom, all the hats, right? All the different parts of our lives bleed into the other parts, right? If you're in your office, like Linda goes live, kids come into her office all the time. It doesn't make her a worse coach. In fact, I think she gets more props because she's flowing. She is addressing them as they come in, and you can see her heart, you can see her passion, you can see her love for her kids, and like the kind of person that she is. So that's all I have. I keep saying that's all I have for now, and then more things keep dropping in. But I'll let you guys go for the evening or morning, wherever you guys are, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.